down here.
Sean, the drummer for the Lily Dippers.
Brooks, the guitar and vocals.
Michael on bass.
Max on trumpet, piano, voice.
Amazing.
Back on those drums, man. I got songs I want to write, and so it just kind of went from there. And yeah, we just maintained that friendship and bonded through music, and it's been really exciting to keep writing new material and then releasing it and having it out there to share with the world.
Cool. So it kind of started with you having a group of songs and then you two being friends together. Where'd you guys work?
Down in South Surrey, there was a little butcher shop that we both ended up working at when we were teenagers.
There still is a butcher
It is
shop.
still there, yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
You're going to work tomorrow, dude.
That's where it started, yeah.
Nice. And how
Yeah.
did these two members come to be? How did you guys come to be with the Lily Dippers?
Well, I guess so. I joined in the start of 2025. I saw around the start of the year the Lily Dippers were posting on socials, kind of big call out for a bassist for this hot new band, the Lily Dippers. And so actually, meanwhile, on my side, I also play bass in a band called Robson. And it turns out that, well, I was messaging Brooks about this ad for the Lily Dippers, asking Brooks, okay, where do you practice? Which night? Turns out you guys actually practice next door to us at the same time.
Oh,
So it was like coincidence. I'm, you also
Small
practice
world.
there, right?
Maybe
Yeah.
written in the stars. Who knows?
Yeah. So one practice, I think back January at the end of our practice with Robson, I just walked over to Lily Dippers with my bass and just started playing songs with these guys. So it's like Brooks will be like, okay, songs in G. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of watching Sean on drums and took
Our
it from there
songs
and
are so
ran.
simple. It's like he shows off a lot. Like he's actually a better musician than us.
that's so funny. Same with us. Our bassist is just like miles ahead of all
Yeah,
of us.
he's the theory narc.
He knows music theory.
Nerd.
I think the problem is he's super warmed up by the time we all get there because we're kind of like the slot after.
Yeah.
So like he's been playing for an hour and a half. He's like as smooth and as flexible as possible.
He just scales up
Yeah,
and
we're
down.
just rolling in after a drive and
I'm like correcting you on your own song.
yeah, like within 10 minutes, like we're like questioning just leaving.
Actually in G major.
He's like, are you sure that's the one chord?
Yeah, right.
These are songs I've written, and he's correcting me on most of them these days. And got to check the ego, and he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Cool.
That's been fun.
Cool.
And Max just recently joined.
Yeah, just a couple months ago, and they posted like, "Hey, we want a multi-instrumentalist," and I was like,
It's part of the contract.
"Hello, it's me. I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I'm a music therapist."
Oh, cool.
And so I work a few days a week in long-term care with seniors, and then I work with kids as well. But that means that every Christmas and holiday, I get like the wackiest assortment of funky instruments from all my loved ones. So I just have gobs of wacky, fun instruments. And I was a classical trumpet player first. And so now I'm playing mostly ukulele in the nursing home. So it's been so much fun to bring out my trumpet again for the first time in years and to play with such a different kind of setup than I've ever played before. And it's been really great, like tying all my musical instruments and skills together with this band.
Nice. You find you kind of meshed in kind of pretty quickly.
Totally.
Pretty seamlessly.
Yeah.
And the trumpet adds so much flavor to some of the different songs we have. It's been a real treat to have Max.
Are you on Slop for the Hogs?
So not yet, but like when I jumped in with the trumpet, it was like, oh my gosh, this is magic. It was
Yeah.
so
Trumpet.
much fun.
Felt like it was there the whole time.
Yeah, of course. This always
Like we
had a
recorded
trumpet part.
Yeah, so differently. Like we originally recorded a cover to what it is now.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, cool.
And you'll hear that trumpet at the Champions of Hope event coming up.
Yes. I'm so stoked for that. Well, speaking of Slop for the Hogs got released. When did it get released?
August 1st,
August 1st?
I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Feels like so long ago.
Yeah, it does feel like a long time. August feels like a long time ago. Yeah. How was that kind of, how did that kind of come to be? How long did that take and everything, and where did it start?
The process for that one. Okay, so in a land before time, or before this current lineup, we had Mac on piano.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic guy. He's taking a little bit of a break to do his own album right now for I Am Creature. Fantastic group. Check it out.
I'm Creature.
And Kirsten, who played bass at the time also, she's working on her individual project, Kirsten McCormick Music. Check her out also. And we were, the four of us, jamming a bunch, and pretty much all those songs just came from jams.
They just
over the course of about a year.
Appeared, yeah.
And then they all just felt really good. They kind of felt like a chapter in what the project was. We were so grateful to have them in the group. Obviously, we knew at the beginning it was going to be kind of like temporary because they were on their own schedules too. So it kind of just felt like almost like a collab between like
and we really
Lily Dippers.
We really wanted to encapsulate that time frame with those band members and the songs we wrote together, and like not have them just kind of disappear into the wind. So by recording them and releasing them, now they're kind of like solidified that moment in history. Mac has a home studio as well, so that's where we produced it.
We did it within the group.
Yeah.
And the album that we did before, we did with Dan Ponech at Park Sound Studios.
Okay.
And that was like a bigger experience. And then it was kind of quite a change to do it from, being in some beautiful studio, in a very professional setting, and then doing it kind of within our group and kind of, learning the process of, collaboration as musicians, but also kind of like engineers too. And, it was a really cool experience. Very, very important kind of in the progression of maybe like how we've evolved over the last couple of years.
Yeah. I find too, like with our band, when we first got into the studio, it just felt like such imposter syndrome. Aww. Like under all these like machines and all these dials, I'm like, yo, where am I right now? Like in the ISO booth and everything, you're kind of just like, this is like such a foreign place. Like, I don't know if you guys have studio experience before the band, but it's just like, it's one of those things where you get plopped in and you're kind of just like,
as a drummer, we're always like, okay, I got to play to the click. But honestly, with the headphones and everything all hooked up, and a sound engineer who's has a very warm personality that makes creativity easy. It was I was actually surprised. I felt that same sort of imposter syndrome, like, all right, am I going to be exposed? But it actually was really good experience, and I'm glad to have that under my belt. It wasn't as hard or difficult as I was dreading or maybe assuming it would be.
Yeah, it's always worse in your head.
Yeah. It was actually a really rewarding experience. Totally. And now anytime we're in the studio, I feel confident. It's easy. So
nice. That's awesome. Have you two been in the studio with the Lily Dippers at all? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yet to be. How long have you guys been in the band for?
So basically, the 2025 for me, start of the year.
Oh, what was it? Like
2-3 months?
Couple months.
Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah, it's very fresh. This is my first show with them.
Oh,
yeah. This is
cool.
This is exciting for us.
I love that it's a mental health benefit because I do work in mental health in music.
100%.
So it's like such a perfect synthesis of things that I care about for my first show. So
Totally.
Good introduction.
Yeah, for sure. And music therapy. I talked to, I don't know if you know Lavinia, but she's also in school for being a music therapist.
They sound great.
Yeah, she does sound really good. Yeah. But music therapy, I feel like you've seen those videos of people like coming to life when they hear music from their past, right? So,
even myself, I find like I can have a bad day, and if I come home from work and I put on the right song, it can completely reset my mood. And kind of fix the bad day I had. That's the power of music. So for me, music and mental health are very much intertwined as well.
Yeah. And that's actually segues to my next question perfectly.
Perfect.
What does mental health mean to you guys in terms of how it's related to music? We can go down from this all the way to the end.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I have a lot to say here. I definitely, music was always like my greatest strength, and also like it was my greatest stress a lot of the time growing up. Like I had really high perfectionistic standards for myself. And so classical trumpet world was actually really hard on me. And I had to like completely relearn my relationship with music as something to like create for others, and not something to obsess over being perfect about. And it's been so wonderful to like revisit my relationship with the trumpet, because it did get kind of like a toxic mental health situation with the trumpet. But also it's been so powerful to see how I can make everyone's days better at the nursing home. I get the carrieds and the nurses dancing with the seniors and helping them with the tambourines. And I get when loved ones visit and they're like, oh yeah, my mom won't say anything. I'm like, oh, but I know what song she'll sing. And I can get her singing and happy, and I can create these beautiful moments of connection. Cool. To me, that's like at the heart of what makes music great is connection. and telling a story that really matters in the music. That's at the heart of it for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said. I think I see music again also as a powerful vehicle for expression and emotion as well too. So it's like people in all walks of life or in different levels of privilege, the barrier to entry with creating music is relatively low. So whether it's just like a cheap guitar or a keyboard, you really just need that heart on the inside and that passion to let it come out. So and I think you can express your own feelings or express things that help with other feelings. Just so much power in music to do that.
Cool.
Yeah, I really like what both of you said.
Yeah.
I don't know, like for me, like seeing music, it's like, it's so cool. Similar to what you guys have been saying, like it's very like bonding for so many different people. Like it brings a lot of people together. Like when you go to shows, you can see, you know, literally babies with headphones up to like, seniors having a great time.
Yeah.
Like it kind of feels like almost regardless of certain artists, there's going to be like a percentage of most people there. So like it's kind of bonding. It brings people together. Yeah, and like it can relate with so many different things. Like it can tap into so many emotions. It can, one song could mean 100 different things to 100 different people, and some of that subjectiveness.
Yeah, totally.
It's so great.
Totally.
I mean, I touched on it a little bit on how it improves my mental health. I also like the aspect of, other artists, they have a feeling in themselves and they put out there a song, and then the rest of the world can hear that and understand or be like, oh yeah, I feel that feeling too. That describes it perfectly in a poetic way. And then also for me too, being fortunate enough to play with other musicians that are, dedicated to their craft and want to do that. It's a very intimate relationship that you have with those people as well. And it's good to have that community and those other people to laugh with and be creative with and try things that are, to see if they fit, and just being able to play music live and share it for other people too. And, if you see people enjoying your music and dancing to it, really that's why we all kind of do it, or at least why I do it, is just to be able to share with other people, because I've gained so much from other artists and what they've shared and the benefit it's had for me mental health wise. It's nice to think that maybe at one point our music can be enjoyed in that way and people can, improve their mental health from it too.
Yeah, cool. Well, those are all you guys are all very well spoken. That's awesome. I really like that. Yeah, I think for me, like music and mental health, like, I don't know, you guys probably heard the saying that it's a universal language, like especially melody. Like people can kind of latch on to melody even if they don't understand what the person's saying, and they can elicit certain emotions. And I think you guys all said it perfectly, where like it just helps people connect with something else, something greater than themselves or another person or an artist, and it just is able to bring you outside of yourself, which I think is like super important. Yeah.
It reminds me of a good quote actually that I'll just quickly share, and it's was that art is how we decorate space, but music is how you decorate time.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one. Yeah, that's such a great quote. I kind of want to bring it back to you guys, and what's your songwriting process? Because I know you guys mentioned earlier about jamming and then songs coming out of it. Like, is there someone who brings a song to the band? Like, Brooke, it brings a song to the band, and then is there also you guys just have an idea, you jam it out, and then we're like, oh, this is a song, like let's make it a song, and then workshop it? How does it kind of go in the band?
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of that. Like Slop for the Hogs is pretty much all collaborative for the most, like pretty much everything to it. But up until then, most of the time, I would come up with like a riff or something at home. I would kind of create like the bones to something, and then I'd bring it out, and we would kind of, add the accoutrements to it, add like the life to an idea all together.
Yeah. A lot of trust too, trust in the skill level and the awareness of the other musicians you're playing with, to like just trust that they're going to come up with a good part to that song. And, we'll stop after playing it for a bit and kind of discuss, oh, I really liked when you did this, or, try doing that, or, oh, Sean, don't play the drums so loud. But,
what?
No, but that's more
Sorry,
of a
the
joke.
tinnitus is kicking in.
Yeah, that's more of a joke. But yeah, just like when you all kind of trust each other's musical abilities, and that like they're going to craft the best part for that feeling. That's how a lot of the Slop for the Hogs songs came. We just kind of like started off a basic riff, whether whether it was piano or something Brooks brought with a guitar riff, and we would just kind of like turn it into something and, you know, build the dynamics and break it down. And we would just keep working that and talking about it and working and talking about it until it got to a point where we were all like, man, this is really feeling good. Like,
But I don't want to talk just in past tense about how songs are written too, because in the last little while, I don't want to leave either of these great musicians out. Obviously, Max has just joined recently, but with Michael, you know, talking about the previous songwriting, we've also been coming up with some great stuff together too. That's been really impressive. We have, you know, 2 songs that we basically wrote before Max came in that we.
with
I'd like to think that they're the best songs so far in the catalog. We're hoping to get those out pretty soon.
Cool.
But
and we love playing them because they're so shiny and new.
Nice.
yeah,
I mean, we got the new dimension now with Max in the mix as well. Like, I think almost week on week, I think you've pretty much got a streak with a new song each practice you're showing up with. So
Yeah, probably.
and they're really good.
I'm kind of like a prolific lyric writer, because that's how I've always channeled my feelings, is into like poetry on like my notes on my phone. And I'll write a lot of love songs for my partners, and like I'm always writing words. So it's interesting because Brooks comes up with music first and then words, and I always come up with words first. So it's great coming with my lyrics and seeing musically what we want to do with it together. And we're going to do one of my songs for the first time, like in a performance, Vampire, on this coming
it's
show.
about her partner called Baby You're a Vampire.
I just compare
What
him
does
to
that mean?
I compare him
Comment
to a
below.
series of terrible monsters because I love him so much.
It's very fitting for this
Yeah.
time of year, the sort of Halloween
Very
fall time of year.
spooky.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first time in the band also that I guess I've been humbled enough that like, you know, somebody else comes in with a song that I haven't touched really. And like, I get to add an element to it nonetheless, but like structurally and thematically and everything, it's like, I've had less of a hand on it, and we've been able to turn it into a song that feels very natural for the group. But like, for me as a songwriter, it's really interesting now to expand in that pool, and then hopefully going forward, being able to write songs together collectively, making it even feel more natural. But the addition of, you know, Max and Baby You're a Vampire, comment below.
I love
Is this normal?
It's been so amazing too, because it's always just been like me on my piano or me and my ukulele. It's been so amazing to like have my songs be more developed by a group of really talented people, and like that has been such an exciting joy.
Totally.
Yeah.
It comes so naturally too. You know, you come with a good song like that and good lyrics, and it's pretty easy for me to figure out how the drums support that.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to be part of that process too. Yeah.
Something else that these guys come with that's really important to bring up is Max was referencing their room full of instruments, like quite a collection.
Yeah.
Michael also has a room full of instruments. I think collectively the size of this room would just be their bins of instruments.
They could open up a bodega together.
And they don't just bring their personalities, which we love, but they bring about 120 to 200 instruments, which is fantastic for recording future albums. I think, you know, economically it works really good for us. I think.
Very cost efficient.
No
So
rentals.
it's good if you invite musicians that are better than you into your band. It helps a lot.
Totally. It's really cool when, you know, the songwriter, whether it's like, you know, you two or any one of you can bring like an idea of a song, and then it sort of takes on a life of its own, like with everyone's sort of input and
That's
their
like that
personality.
trust I was saying. Like you kind of trust the other musicians know their instrument well enough to build the right part for that song without overstepping.
Totally. Because I know there's like songs that I've brought to my band that I have like a sound in my head, and then it sounds completely differently, and I'm like, wait, I kind of like this. I'm like, I like this way more than what I was thinking of. It sort of just like morphs into its own beast.
It's a great opportunity to get your ego checked.
Oh yeah,
You know.
100%.
Like sometimes as a musician, I think like you got to get over the barrier. Like for me, you know, I would sit at home and I'd spend like days working on a song, maybe recording like a couple little demos on my computer, getting really invested in a sound of something. And then when you bring it out, it's like, holy shit, we can't replicate this. Like, you know, this has to be something totally different. And then like, or, you know, maybe better, maybe worse, but like, you You know,
from a drummer's point of view too, like learning to support the song that's already there and kind of accompany it. It is an accompanying instrument, and finding the right way to do that tastefully without like overstepping or like trying to show off or like prove that you have chops or whatever. Like it's more about what does the song need and serve that agenda. Some songs are a ballad and they need minimal drums and just a bit of kind of atmospheric accents. Some songs need like a really good percussion groove to kind of carry the groove of the song, depending on what the form is.
Totally. No, like what you were saying, like both of you, especially with that kind of humility part that you need to bring sometimes, and just be like, okay, like here's a song or here's my idea to add to this. I need to be able to serve the song and not just my own ego. Because I think that's like one of the biggest values that's important being in a band, especially in a group that's not named after a specific person in the band, just like a project named Lily Dippers or like, whatever other band name there is. It's like you gotta learn to kind of set yourself aside from it and have the group create something all together.
It's hard enough to keep a band together too with all the personalities. They break up and come and go all the time. And I think too much ego or the unwillingness to calm your ego is oftentimes what gets in the way of that. You need to kind of like leave the ego at the door and just remember this is about the music and creating the best art and the most enjoyable thing for everybody out of it. And that may not match what you had preconceived going into it, but it's just a better way to approach it.
Totally. What do you guys think, if you guys had to describe the band, I love this question, in like 3 words, what would it be?
Are we going to each do our own?
Yes.
Okay.
No, one of our 4 words gets nixed.
I would say
we only get 4 choices
I would
between
say
all of us.
high energy. I try to keep things groovy, and Mikey's been excellent on as a bass player on like he really understands the drums because he plays too, so he knows like how the bass and drums can interact. So I would say groovy, high energy, and we try to have lyrics that usually are addressing some aspect of mental health in nature as well, whether it's something within yourself or something you see in the world. But yeah, I would say those 3 things for me.
I don't know. 1 word. Alternative. I'd like to think energetic too. Lots of jumping. Evolving. I think, changes with time.
Nice.
I would call it a cosmic mix. We have a lot of different interests in the band. Like Sean, our drummer, he's a proud Swiftie.
Yep.
I'm kind of into
Love
like
that girl.
Respect.
I'm into like progressive music, like techno and all these things here too. So yeah, a cosmic mix, I would say.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
Whimsical, deep, fun.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. The one song that I was listening to a lot from you guys is Places. It's a very groovy song, very high energy, and definitely a bit whimsical at times, I find too.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
cool.
that's a fun one.
I like that.
Yeah, we borrow from a lot of different styles and genres too, right? So eclectic might be an appropriate word to describe our music as
Totally.
well.
Yeah.
We're not like just really one style. We try to kind of draw from a lot of different artists that we admire.
Yeah, you guys find that you all have very kind of different musical tastes in terms of what you guys listen to on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, just
think
Taylor Swift for him. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
brings a lot of brings a lot of Taylor Swift energy to the
Yeah,
group.
album
I don't know
red.
what all it is,
We
but
just started a second band group chat actually for like music recommendations and things we got for each other because we're all into so much different stuff. But it's been fun. We're sharing all these things.
I didn't know there were so many Taylor Swift albums, so that
Yeah.
that I didn't even know they existed.
And even like within one song too, like we have this new tune, Forget About It. I think we're playing it in November. Should be.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a bit of a blues rock. It's got this kind of samba beat in the verses.
Definitely
It's
got
got a
that
ska
high energy thing
breakdown.
that we're talking about.
It goes kind of garage rock. This is one song, so
Cool.
check it out soon.
I like that. I like that a lot. This is actually a great question for all you guys because it sounds like all you guys have been in the music scene for quite some time. What has been your like experience in the Vancouver music scene?
I'll
Who wants
start
to
because
go
I'm
first?
very fresh,
you go first.
like almost nothing, right? I've been playing music every day, but like in like therapy settings, so it's like confidential, you know. So
Confidential music scene. She's not allowed to
not
talk
exactly
about it.
out on the scene.
NDA.
Yeah.
I'd have to kill you.
I can tell you, but I'd have to. Yeah, so I'm very fresh. So it's been exciting though to dip my little baby toe in this water that I've been very curious about for a long time.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get you out on stage there and be able to share your gifts.
thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, you've got a big musical scene.
Well, yeah, the music scene in Vancouver is just so much deeper and more amazing than you can even realize. Like I go to shows or I've played shows with bands. I haven't heard of them before the show or don't see you so much on social media. But then when you're there in person and engaging with the scene, you realize there are connections with other people and just how amazing their music is too. So I've just been blown away by so many local bands that you wouldn't realize just from online or just on streaming, but just in person, seeing that connection with audiences. It's so much more connected than you'd think. Yeah.
The scene isn't even just like the musicians, like it's the people too.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's so many people that will go to like every show or most of every show. And, you know, there's definitely a really great community element to it. Like some of my favorite parts of playing bands, playing in the Vancouver scene is like the networking element. Like you can just make like amazing connections with people, really genuine people. And it's a great thing to bond over, you know, you're all interested in music. So it's a great kind of first step into becoming friends with somebody new.
Totally.
Yeah, I really like going out and like there have been so many times where I've gone to see like a bigger artist but I always want to make sure I'm there for the opening acts, because there have been so many times when I've been absolutely blown away by an opening act that I had never heard of before, and now all of a sudden I got a bunch of their songs in my playlists, and you know, and then you'll go and watch their social media, see where they're playing, and so then you go to their shows and then they recognize you, and then they start coming to see your shows, and there's a lot of that community that starts building, and it's just really fun to like go out on the nights and go to different venues that have, you know, they attract different crowds and different people from different walks of life. And people, ever since the pandemic, I feel really want that live music and that visceral connection you can sometimes get if you're in the right bar on the right night with the right people playing. There can be these special moments where someone's, you know, bearing their soul, and to be able to witness that sometimes can really be rewarding for me. And then, as Brooks was saying too, the network, like you start to see some of the same faces around the scene, you know, even though you don't talk to those people directly, it's like, oh, hey buddy, you know, you've seen them before and you're there again. And so, yeah, that connection is something that I think we all crave and need, and it really breeds a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Vancouver music scene is like very close knit. I find like a lot of people really hold it near and dear to their hearts. And there's just like so many good bands. Like there's like so many talented artists where you go and see and you're like, damn, like I can't believe I just found out about you like right now.
Yeah.
And another great thing about Vancouver is that I feel personally, this is just my opinion, that there's no like specific sound that's associated with Vancouver. It's not like Seattle and grunge. It's kind of just like you can go to one venue and you can find like 3 different genres playing on one bill. Like I went to one, and that could be good and bad, but I went to like one show in Green Auto where there was like a death thrash metal screamo band, an alternative indie band with just a tom drum and a guitar and a vocalist, and then just an indie rock band.
I love that.
Same night.
I love that.
Yeah, it can get awkward too sometimes. Brooks is probably about to say we played a show one time where
We opened up for a heavy metal band.
Ooh.
And I think most of the people in the audience had white face paint and stuff. It wasn't our typical demographic, which I could tell because it was the only time I've ever been told to shut the fuck up when I tried to make a playful joke.
Oh man.
And I hold that as kind of a badge of honor, I believe.
we were the only band that night that was wearing colors other than black out of the 4 bands, and so it wasn't a good fit, but we still played it. It was still fun, and we still enjoyed the other bands, but that's
it was
where
a very good time.
Too many different artists together can sometimes be not the best flow of the evening, but it's all still, you know, art and enjoyment, and
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a great experience. We remember it. I remember that more than most of the other shows we've played.
it was memorable. Yeah, it was memorable. We played pretty good that night too, but I don't think the audience saw that. Yeah. I don't think we were heavy enough for them.
It's tough when like the whole audience is there for one specific artist and they're expecting some type of music, and then they just get hit with something different, and then they're not really ready for it. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes the booking agencies too don't put a lot of thought in who goes with who, or even have the opportunities to put the same sounds together. They just have to fill a bill with whoever's looking for a gig at that time.
Yeah.
So you get a mixed bag. And sometimes, like you said, it can be great. You've got like 4 different genres and you're blown away by all of them. And then sometimes you're like the odd one out in this night that had a specific theme and you're kind of like, you know, off to the side.
Hi guys.
Yeah, we're here too, but yeah.
The best shows are done by people like yourself, you know, putting them together,
Oh, I
like
appreciate
trying to
it.
connect a scene, you know, like that
With a
allows you to
good
enter.
cause too.
Yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing I'm trying to do is bring music together with like the community impact scene, because I think there's a lot of power to be had with, you know, how passionate everyone is about music, and if we can bring bands together who, you know, want to raise money for a cause, and audience members who want to go see some sick live bands, you know, go see some sick visual artists, you know, win some prizes of the night and everything, and then also get to donate that money, portion of that money to charity. It's like kind of like a no-brainer thing.
Everybody
right?
wins.
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's like, yeah, it's like, what more do you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, yeah, sometimes booking agents, I feel like they just kind of cram together as many bands or as many bills as they can fill, and you know, it like makes sense from like a business perspective, but it just kind of sucks for like the musician's perspective sometimes, and they get kind of like a shit end of the stick.
Almost like you're set up for failure, sort of, right? Or like you're not going to get any new listeners or any people, you know, looking any further on you because you were placed in with, you know, the genre that they're not interested in.
Yeah, totally. I feel
But you
like
can still make great networking, you know, experiences with
That's
people.
true,
though. You can still
definitely, yeah.
meet fantastic people, even if they're in a different genre.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I found that we've done that many times.
Totally.
yeah, you guys seem like a very like it's easy to talk to band and everything, and great energy and stuff like that. And just from your music, it just it sounds really good.
Sounds even better now.
I can't wait for the trumpet and everything, to be honest. Like I love brass instruments, horns and everything.
Love brass.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a full brass section playing together. It just gets me going.
Yeah.
Oh, so rad.
That's gonna be so awesome. Cool. What other what's the next thing you guys are working on right now? EP album?
We're going to release a song at the end of November. That was secretive. A few months ago, we did a song with our friend Coco La Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible local artist. You should check him out.
Coco
Yeah.
La Rosa.
And we have another song coming out with him right now, Seasonal.
Ooh,
That's all we'll tell you. Very seasonal.
very seasonal.
But
You'll have to stay tuned for that one.
yeah, and then we were working on some more songs together collectively. We have songs.
Yeah, I think we're out of the EP territory. It's looking like another
Yeah.
album.
And we're going to try to
We're
do
gonna have
that.
to like cut it down to be an album.
Yeah.
Max came with a couple songs of their own too, so we've been starting to accompany that and develop them a little bit too, which has been fun. So
Been so cool.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Now, give me some background on the name, the Lily Dippers, and then the name Slop for Hogs, or for the
Yeah.
Hogs. Yeah,
Okay, Lily Dippers. I was in school,
yeah.
and one of my professors, we kind of bonded on like kayaking.
Mm-hmm.
And when he would talk about it, he would always describe his like excellent skill and speed and finesse. He would be saying things like, "I'm no lily dipper," and he'd saying as in like somebody who's just taking their time, just paddling on the sides, just taking it easy. And I always felt,
smelling the roses along the way.
Dipping in the water lilies.
yeah, just
not
dipping in the
paddling.
lilies, just kind of like stopping and smelling the roses, but in a boat kind of thing.
No frothing rapids. Just,
Yeah.
And because the band, for an extent, we're trying to just have fun with it. We're trying to enjoy the ride.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least kind of how I felt when starting like what this project was. So I just kind of felt like it was kind of a good mental thing, just knowing that like whatever we're gonna do is just gonna be fun, enjoyable, not trying to like push it to a point where we're having mental health crises, but just like enjoying ourselves and just trying to make the most of it.
It's hard too to find a band name that meets the criteria, that like describes you. All band members are comfortable with it. It's not already taken and trademarked and feels like authentic to your group. I think that's one thing that sometimes can happen with bands and musicians is like you're trying to be like someone else, which is great. You want to be inspired by other artists, but if you just be you more and like play the music that comes naturally to you rather than like trying to sound like something or trying to put something forward, I think people identify with that a bit more. And so, if you look in the Urban Dictionary, the term lily dipper is also like someone who like doesn't try too hard or doesn't like go all the way in, and so it's a bit of that.
Interesting way to state, I think, what it actually says.
Yeah.
Bit more playful.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also used
I like
to
my
get a lot of
definition better.
A lot of his songwriting inspiration used to come when he would be, floating down the river in the kayak. It's a good space when you're at peace like that for inspiration to come and songwriting to come too. So
Cool.
Worst place to bring a guitar.
Actually, though, I have a specific ukulele that I'll paddle with. Like, it's my paddling ukulele. Actually, for real.
my God, this was
my
meant to be.
waterproof ukulele. So I was like, how perfect that I stumbled
Waterproof
into this
ukulele?
band. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's called a Waterman.
It's called Waterman?
It's called a Waterman. Yeah.
wow.
It's a little bit on the nose.
So you can see how Max is such a great fit.
I was like, wow.
Totally. It was like meant to be.
Seriously.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And Slop for the Hogs, that name.
Yeah.
When we were doing the songs for that little EP, there was one night we were just kind of recording them as a group, just like trying to get the ideas. And we all, speaking for myself, I was playing very poorly. So I uploaded them to a draft, like little folder on our Google Drive, just called Slop. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of,
That's awesome.
and then I would just ask them if they've listened to the Slop yet. And then I guess the only other, progression you can make from that term is Slop for the Hogs or Slop. I feel like it's something like that. It's just.
It was sort of an inside joke almost like at that point. And then when we were like, what should you name this song? What should you call the EP? And I think it was Mac maybe. He's like, it's Slop for the Hogs.
Yeah, he decided it. It's his fault. He's not here to defend himself. And it's one of those things where the inside joke becomes the outside joke. And we're very happy with it. And now it's going to be like the most exciting song when we play live because it's all trumpet. It's just trumpet focused now. It should be like Trumpets for the Hogs.
Trumpets.
Or something. That's
slop
going to have to be
the Hogs.
Horns for the Hogs is going to be the thing.
That's it.
But yeah, I thought that it's really cool with like their background at the butcher shop too. I thought that was like so kind of like edgy and fun in the best way. And as soon as like I started playing, I was like, can I make like sick and dying pig sounds on my trumpet, please? And they're like, yeah. I was like, really? Like, finally,
It's
I
part
get
of the
to play the
contract.
trumpet the way I've
It's
always
part of the
wanted
contract.
to.
Yeah, we need a lot of Foley work. So the trumpet offers us kind of a good selection of sounds.
I'm their sound effect
Multi-instrumentalists,
guy.
right? These guys have 120 instruments between the two of them here. So
Yeah. Whatever. I was like, I can make sick pig sounds. This is amazing. Perfect.
Do you guys think you're going to re-release Slop for the Hogs, but with Max on it?
that'd be so fun. It's actually in the
Maybe.
works.
Is it in the works?
There's some ideas we've had about evolving that track a little bit.
Actually, the other artist we mentioned, Coco LaRosa, too, after him hearing it, he had some ideas, too. So there might even be a collaborative version with the trumpet and with him
Singing.
singing. Yeah, he said some lyrics came
for
to
our
mind.
instrumental song.
We haven't worked on that yet, but we will be probably soon. So
Oh, so much exciting stuff in the
Yeah, we're gonna need you to cut
Yeah.
that out. Cut that out. That's
cut that
he's
out
not
right now.
signed the line yet.
scrap it.
Scrap it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, is there anything, and this is kind of like a hard question, you don't have to like name names or anything, but is there anything that you guys think the Vancouver scene or Vancouver in general could do better?
With regards to the music scene, yeah.
I've got an answer right now.
You go then.
More venues.
I got to think.
More places to play. We've played at a handful of venues that have closed down since we've started being a band. Some of our favorite spots. People might remember the Railway Club.
Oh, man.
That fantastic place.
It closed down?
Yeah.
It's no longer doing things.
Oh, that's cool.
They got hacked and it was hilarious.
They got hacked.
Yeah.
God.
I'm sure you can Facebook them and see some hilarious time frame in the Vancouver music scene.
Damn.
But that was one of my favorite places to play. No longer. And then we played some other places, like little pop-up kind of spots through like Gastown that have kind of like changed hands. But I feel like we've played the same venues quite a lot of times. And it's been like, I love every show we do, and I would continue to do them at the venues we can. But it would just be great if there's more places to go, different scales of shows. Like we did a show at the Take Your Time Back and it was way smaller than some of the other venues, but it was so much more like fun and wholesome and like that kind of stuff. Like having more like those like intimate venues is what I'd love to see.
I just thought of one thing that I understand why they do it, but I think it does hurt the music culture around Vancouver. Is like we play a lot of venues where they want to fill the club and get some people in there to see the bands during that sort of 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. lull time. But then as soon as that band's done at 11, they want you off the stage so they can set up a DJ booth and get everyone dancing. And I get that. You got to maximize the people in your bar. But the thing that I don't like is some of those venues make all the people who paid tickets to come in and see the bands, they now have to exit the club, get in line and pay cover again to stay for the DJ part. When they've been in the bar drinking all night, they already purchased tickets and they have to like go back outside and repurchase cover to come back in for that changeover between bands and DJs. I think that just kind of like hurts. Like nobody wants to do that. They're just going to leave. And so I think clubs where people want to see a DJ and have that style of music and dancing should focus on those sort of artists and styles, and ones that want to have live music and organic musicians playing should just kind of stick to that for the night rather than trying to do both. But I understand too, they're under other pressures to be profitable and stay in business. So I don't really hold it against them, but I think it hurts the scene and the community.
Totally. Yeah. What about you two?
I guess we are notorious for being the no fun city. So I do see a lot of the same people at shows and stuff. But I hope going forward we can get like wide audiences and really packing places. Almost get to a point of the scene where it's like you need to get a ticket before it sells out. That would be sort of the dream if places are so bustling that you have to get there on time or else it's going to be just too packed. So that's the dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I've been wanting to play for years, but I didn't know where to start. So like, I guess I wish I had known where to start earlier. Yeah, but I don't really know much about the scene.
Yeah. The music scene is pretty underground. It's like kind of like once you're in there, but it's like you don't really like hear about it out in public that much.
Yeah.
I think one thing that you said that was really good too is that I feel like because we try to push a lot of ads online, like try to reach like a wide audience, and I'm trying to like get the people who usually go out to like bars and clubs to come out to shows. Because
come to this bar.
Yeah, come to this bar, get a drink, go see a band, go dance, go look at local art, all for like $20, as opposed to like waiting in a massive line to maybe get into a bar that's like shoulder to shoulder. You can barely hear anyone say anything. But I think, that's kind of like the next step is like getting the general public's buy-in on it and have them like flood shows and flood venues, and then people can see that it's profitable to run a venue and that it's always a good time when you go.
Yeah.
And venues that are like geared towards that specifically, not like just like, oh, we have this lull period, let's see if some bands can maybe bring in some people for a bit, but they're not really a venue that promotes live music and that culture. More venues like that are dedicated towards always live music all night, different artists and stuff like that. It's good to hear about the Mezzanine. That's a fairly new venue that's opened just recently.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're doing things properly there. So we're excited about that. If
you guys like Take Your Time Bike, you'll love the Mezzanine. It's similar vibe. It's like a bit bigger, but same floor, stage and everything. It's a very, very nice venue. And the manager, shout out Gobo. Gobo's an absolute legend who runs that venue and really cares about the scene too. But yeah, I'm hyped for you guys to play that show. I think you guys are going to love it. And
we are too.
And everyone's going to love it too.
We're excited for your guys' album release. That's going to be awesome. It feels good to release something like that when you've been working on it so long and share it with the world.
Yeah, it's like 3 years. Like there's no reason why it needs to take that long.
Just life, life happens, right?
Yeah.
Is the next one going to be 2 years?
Yeah, hopefully a lot. Well, the thing is, during that 3 years, we've written the whole other album's worth of songs. So it's like we just like took so long on the production side of things.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know why it took that long, but like hopefully it's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be worth it. So yeah.
It's always worth it.
Yeah, totally. Just to get something out of it and just to like be kind of done with those songs will be nice. Not done with them, but just like, all right, now we can like
don't have to obsess over them anymore. Tweak them.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Okay, well, I usually kind of end on one big question. That's a bit of a thinker, and I stole it from another podcaster who I can't remember the name of, but I'm sorry if you see this.
Tag them below. Find them later.
If you know them, tag them below.
Yeah. Comment.
So let's say the Lily Dippers music is gone and ceases to exist. Everything about Lily Dippers is just poof, gone. What would be the core message you would want to leave with your audience?
That is a good one. Yeah, that is
Lyrically and everything.
Anything you want.
I feel like I've so many of the lyrics that I've written have been like kind of like inspired by bummer moments, and I try to have them like at least a lot of them sound happy. Feel like maybe like, you know, turning a bad moment into kind of like a happy sounding song or something. Like turning a.
We've been described as that way too, that like the lyrics, if you read them as just lyrics, seem like to have sort of a sad or melancholy theme. The music itself sounds happy and upbeat. That's a bit of what our kind of sound is.
Some of it.
But for me, I would say like remember to always live in the moment, and you know what your senses are taking in, your eyes and ears, music, whatever it is. Be focused on that, and don't be somewhere else. Be present on today. You know, there's tomorrow, and don't forget about your past and where you came from. But try to live as much in the moment as you can, and that's really the human experience, and where the lifeblood is really in being a human, is that like interpersonal connection that you can have in the moment each day.
I would say express yourself fiercely and unapologetically.
Yeah, that's better.
Nice.
Feel your feels and dip in the lilies. Take the time.
Grab the waterman and start battling.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's put that on a t-shirt.
What about you, Mike?
We'll credit you, don't worry.
You make a lot of music.
I know, right? For us, I would say just remember the human. You know, we live in an age where computers can make lyrics and music, but they can never do it as well as humans can, or with the same feelings that we can. So I think we take a lot of effort in our music and our lyrics to be eclectic and step outside of the box. So to be human, I think, is the really big one there. Means a lot.
Which sometimes means randomness.
Yes. A ska breakdown in the middle of our garage rock
like
songs.
why not?
Sick pig noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bach.
Yeah. I love that. Well, yeah, you're going to see the Lily Dippers on November 14th at the Mezzanine. There's going to be...
Please come.
Please come.
Please.
We're going to have
Please.
Sleepy
We'd love to see you.
Gonzalez on the bill, Jars on the bill for the album release. It's going to be to raise money for the Canadian Mental Health Association. There's going to be some local art vendors. There's going to be a bar. So it's going to be everything that you've ever wanted in one night out for just $20, and hopefully some more money on merch. You guys have merch?
We
got
do
some
have some,
shirts.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, get in the scene,
We'll be
people.
there.
Get in there and feel the vibes, and you'll walk away that night feeling good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At least that's what we're trying to provide anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, thank you again. Once again, just introduce yourself so the people know who you are going down here.
Sean, the drummer for the Lily Dippers.
Brooks, the guitar and vocals.
Michael on bass.
Max on trumpet, piano, voice.
Amazing. And this is Jimmy from Jars, and you've watched Champ's Corner with the Lily Dippers. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks,
You
Jimmy.
guys rock.
Thanks.
Thank you.